Okay, we're gonna look into this topic. Hopefully you like it. We got a nice video. It's really good quality, and I think it'll initiate a little bit of discussion. We're just waiting for a couple more to join, and then we'll get started. Let's be in 1 more minute. Hang on. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. We're just waiting for another stream to finish that I'm on, and then we'll pick it up here. It'll be short and sweet, but hopefully nice and chill, and a little different perspective on things that you haven't. We can review the video together. Hey, Steve. Number 1. How's it feel to be on a channel where you're not the mod? So we'll get started in about 1 minute, 2 minutes here. Just let another stream wrap up. Yeah, I just gotta wait for the other stream to finish so that I know when others might be joining. But I can't switch over to mine without shutting his off first. So, 1 sec. Well, let's get the juices flowing. How do you think? We look at this video. How do you think the atmosphere will be compared to, say, the atmosphere in your own town or your own street or your own city today? So we're gonna be looking at a bunch of different scenarios there, and actually I'll get it started right now, and we'll get going. All right. Yeah, so the stream was watching, was just finishing up, but I don't want to leave the intro running too long. So thanks everybody for popping in here so fast. If you hadn't come, then it wouldn't have been a problem. But thank you. So we're obviously just getting started as a channel, and we still haven't hit. We're working on hitting 100 subs here, hopefully soon. And so if you have some spare time, you can watch through a few more of my other videos all the way through. That would help the algorithm. But otherwise, just glad you're here for right now. Today we're looking at this video from the channel. Oh, it doesn't show it properly here. 1 sec. Oh, channel called NASS, N-A-S-S, North Carolina 1930s. There might be a bunch that come over. And I really like these old videos. There's a lot of good archival quality videos out there these days. And the reason I like them is because they show real life on the ground. Now, some of that, um, oh, just a sec, AJ's rated over here, so we'll just give people a couple seconds to come in if there's more joining. But the really love these archival quality videos because they show life on the ground. There's not a lot of staging, and there's not a lot of what do you call it? Not a lot of people acting for the camera. So there's not a lot of showmanship, I guess, is the one way to put it. But one of the things that you do get is a little more authentic view of things, and it's always eye-opening. So I think it just has to wait for that stream to close, which takes a minute. But the with this video, what I'm finding, and before the AI boom kind of kicked off here the last couple of years, there were a lot of video editors. Okay, I see the numbers go up here. Hey, everybody, welcome. So I'm just picking up on an archival quality video from 1930s in North Carolina. I was going to show I'll put a link in the description when we're done, to the original channel called NASS. Actually, I'll just go over to it real quick. This is a great channel. It's got a lot of archival quality video that's also been restored and upscaled, and he's been doing a lot of it for a while. So it's great channel. Check it out. Obviously, I don't like to just play 100% of someone's video and get the views for it. I'd rather play it at faster speeds or just play some clips from it and push you over there, because help them out as well. This video is from North Carolina in the 1930s, and the reason that we like looking at these is just because the authenticity of it is quite refreshing. You do have people who used to pose for photos and stuff like that, and you'll see them from time to time where they just kind of stop and hold still while they look at the camera, and you can tell that they're used to holding still and not moving. But others that just don't care that you're watching them, and most people at that time didn't see moving pictures and stuff like that, so they didn't really even know what they were going to look like when they actually started to play it back or whatever. So let's go. There's no real specific audio. Okay. He's added audio in for ambience, which is nice. I'll have to turn that down just so it doesn't get too complicated here sound wise. But what I wanted to do is just give you a challenge and get you to leave some comments in the chat about it, that to look at the differences between today and yesterday. So this is not your hometown. It might be your hometown. It's said that there's this from the 1930s and 40s in North Carolina, in towns like Monroe, Concord, Abelmar, and others. And what I want to look at is the clothing, the architectures, the shops, and the overall atmosphere of these locations. And I think immediately, just being on a shop street or high street or whatever you would call it, a main street, it doesn't look a lot different than today in some respects, but does look a lot different in some respects. And yeah, one of those things is people wearing suits. Man, I've worn suits several times. I used to, wear them to church and stuff like that. Churches, weddings, special professional events, galas, blah blah blah. And I always really love how it makes me feel, especially when you have one that fits you right. But today everything is so complex to get set up with all of that dress, and so expensive that it's a good reminder that back in this time, you might have had one good suit, and then you had one good set of work clothes, and maybe something a little more casual as well. So what about you? Do you have many suits? Does anybody have many suits? There's you got three different suits. I got a blue suit, a brown suit, and a black suit or something like that. I don't, and I don't know a lot of people that do. But in this era, also, what else do you notice? I notice here, even on the kids, and even the kids' clothes are, for the most part, quite well maintained and cared for. And then the children are everyone's groomed so nice. And this is one aspect too that we don't often think about, but when things get damaged today, I don't like making universal statements, but it seems to be almost universal problem that people don't know how to repair their own clothes. In fact, sometimes it's even hard to get the equipment and supplies you need to repair your own clothes well. If you're looking for a specific fabric, you're going to have a hard time in many places finding it to even do that work. But you had to be able to do it 100 years ago or less just to keep your clothes in good shape. You couldn't just go and buy a new suit jacket, a new shirt, a new dress, a new hat. You had to, take care of these things, not just to be frugal, but also just to, look good and to take care of yourself. Like even some of the, roughest looking clothes on these people actually look better than a lot of clothes I see people wear on the street. I will say that no one's wearing their friggin' pajamas. Okay, what else? Steve, come on. Rajai, what else are you seeing that you don't see today? Look at them, they're just posing with the cigarettes. That's hilarious. They're still vying for some camera and doing some photo bombing, but it's pretty interesting to see. And then we've got a nice mix of adults and children too. I mean, these are obviously filmed in like school environments. There's some other ones that'll be more downtown that we'll look at in a few minutes. But it doesn't take much to get people smiling, it seems. And I'm actually surprised. No one's looking at their cell phone, and I don't think there's any secret time traveling cell phone users in this video. Those are fun to look up if you get a minute. But everybody looks just normal, don't they? Like, you don't go, oh, there's a really beautiful person, or there's a really ugly person. Everyone's just kind of blends in together and isn't standing out in any particular way. The women look like women. There you go. And then they throw a cigarette. I don't know why they keep throwing cigarettes in their mouth. Were they hiding them, or were they like trying to look like they were gonna smoke? It's so funny to see. It's refreshing, and thanks, Palsy. That's why I know I have a challenge with this channel topic. I want to show good things from the past. Oops, but the ones that perform the best, the videos that perform the best, are all technology and innovation stuff. But I think it's really important that people see what normal life looks like, and I'm trying to build up that side of my channel. So there is, just before we get into any more, I want to show you I have a couple different playlists. So one is this Lost Engineering, giant machines kind of stuff. Another one is, again, kind of engineering and speed and pushing the limits. And then, I guess I don't have... One sec, I'll show you all my playlists. Although you'll see the ones that I only see that are my private ones. But anyway, there's Culture for Building Successful Boys. There's Mech Mania, Exploring the World and Pushing the Limits. What other ones? I had another one that I want to show you. Oh, so there we are. Skills We Forgot and Wisdom for the Future. Oh no, there it is. The Normal Life. This is the Normal Life. I've got videos in there that aren't just mine. They're like all the source ones I use. I put in there. And I just play this in the background, listen to normal sounds on the street, listen to normal cars, listen to normal events going on. I love seeing them working on cars. They kind of hang around this car shop for a while in this segment of the video. I meant to say, you notice so far in the video, it's all been dirt streets, or they've been on grass or whatever. The dirt streets, maybe these ones are, no, these are still dirt streets. Kind of. It's so hard to tell with with the light exposure there, but it doesn't look like a black asphalt anyway. But the dirt streets were there, and people didn't look dirty. And you didn't have, sand dunes blowing up on the side of the street and stuff like that, because it's just people lived there and they cared for it. Now, I know that's probably a bit of a stereotype, that they cared for things better back then. They kept their shops cleaner and all this stuff. But the more that I see of this archival stuff, the more that's true. And then you'll see people that are wearing dirtier clothes as mechanics because they're literally getting dirty, or they're farmers coming in from the field literally dirty. Oh, wait. Hold on. Look at this. There we are. Open air body shop. Look at this. Let's go back to that one, because here, look at the team. Here's Joe over here's grinding some paint off, and other guy is like hammering out some dents. You can see like came in and like, hey, fix these dents on my fenders. The guy's cleaning the windows. Another guy's spray bombing the back of a truck. Like how much simpler would it be if you could just maintain your own vehicle like that with all the plastic junk parts, right? Am I right? Who's had a plastic part that they couldn't replace without going and spending $600 for a new printed one injection molded plastic part from China to come over on a boat in 2 months? No eye protection. What would you need that for? Oh, I see. Eye protection. I've heard of that. They haven't heard of that. Joe will be blind, and that's why he's doing the painting, or like somebody will get injured, and that'll determine what kind of job they can do for the rest of their life. So there's some downsides there. Let me just see. This could be a Laurel and Hardy short. Yeah, that's like just old dudes hanging around, dressed kind of nice, but. You know, we say it's kind of nice, but for them it's just kind of normal. Of course, these kids are all dressed up for school, so they might be wearing different clothes later on, and have to keep these ones specifically for school. Oh, Eddie, not many rotund people. Yes, I was commenting on this earlier today. How yeah, everybody is thin. Imagine that. You know where they're not going after school? McDonald's, Starbucks, Latte Land. They're not going to any of these places. They're going home and they're going to eat some bread and jam maybe, or something like that. What I find funny is how they get all the owners of these businesses to come out and pose for the video. And some of them are like, yeah, man, you'll come by my magazine store. And someone else is inside going, hi. You know, it's cute. But then of course there's all those cars around, and there's still wagons and people. Like, not everybody's driving cars, that's for sure. What is that jacket? What was that? Was this some kind of like sheepskin or some kind of wool jacket that's like half processed? That's pretty wild. I guess it'd keep you warm. I haven't seen an outfit like that on top of your overalls, but he's looking pretty sharp. Coal and hay. Yeah, so you have people delivering stuff. So delivery trucks were a thing. You know, we've got a lot of deliveries going on these days, but man, if you try to get something big delivered, you're paying through the nose, even if you can find a place to deliver it for you. There's been things I've wanted to order before, but because I don't have a freight drop-off ramp, I couldn't order it. So you'd have to go and pick it up in the back of my van or something, or rent a U-Haul to do it. Anyway, I like this. Who wouldn't want to go to the dining room and have chicken dinner, homemade pie? I mean, homemade pie, I think, is going to be, you know, one of those things that lives on in memory for a long time. Hold on, what's going on with... this is Slacker Bob's Esso station. He's got to take care of his roof. So, you know, Slacker Bob's not going to be around in a few years because he just isn't quite taking care of his place. And, you know, he's looking a little grubby. But, you know, let's see what other people are saying. What other differences you got here? Okay, so I think we're now in town more. I wanted to see the city, wait just a second. Was it there? Or I can't really go by the audio cues because they're kind of looping, so. Oh yes, we got some pavement. There we go. The wonders of modern society. We got pavement. So I can't speak to, you know, the cultural issues or anything of the time in this community or these communities, but you know, just want to comment on things that we see that are evident before us. If you came down and looked at it today, what would you think of humanity? You'd see a lot of hardworking people. You'd see, you know, lots of people still struggling. This is the 30s and 40s, so I'm sure there's lots of, you know, destitute little farms and suburbs and stuff like that. People's ears bigger. You know, my grandpa used to say, you got your ears lowered. That was his way of saying you got your hair cut. Sometimes I think that's the thing. When you shave your hair tight closer, your ears do come out. Yeah, I think even in my grandparents' pictures, my grandpa's ears did seem to be bigger. And then the hats. So I've got a picture of my grandfather actually standing by one of those cars and wearing one of those hats too. And he wasn't considered a dapper guy necessarily. He was in the middle of a farm field, a grass field with his car. And I was like, what? So he even had cars driving around in the fields and stuff that today you wouldn't, you wouldn't want to take your car off the pavement, or needless to say, off the dirt road. My gosh, it's almost like there's families kicking around. Oh, and then there's the one guy, the blind guy in town. The hats that even the most basic looking people are still attractive compared to today's standards. Let's go back for 1 second. Look at the stuff for sale in here. What do we got? A physician. We've got what does that say up there? I can't quite see. A beauty, maybe? Beauty shop, that's it. Variety store. There's probably some insurance guys and stuff around. And some clothing stores. You know what? I live in a pretty big town, but we don't even have a clothing store. Needless to say, getting cloth for making your own clothes isn't happening anytime soon. Anyway, I just find the kids adorable in these. Especially when they're missing teeth. The old man missing teeth is quite common too. But yeah, that could have been my grandfather right there. You wonder what the photographer's doing, if he's got a little sign saying smile or, hey, come on over here, come on over here. Baby's like, whatever. And it'd be fun to look at the ages of some of these people too, because you'd be surprised, right? And it's always the case where they look old, but they're actually young. Oh, I don't know if I said it earlier, but this film is restored, archival footage, and then the channel guy has done the color edition, which is I think is pretty darn good. I know you're getting AI tools to do a bunch of this stuff now, but this I think was done before that whole thing kicked off, and I think it's quite well done. Obviously, I can't say how accurate it is, but obviously the skin tones and stuff aren't perfect, but it's the nature of the beast. We'll have this stuff in like perfect form in the future. Back when Coca-Cola still had the cane in it, if you catch my drift. Yeah, the super optimized cola recipe would be back then. The secret cola recipe. And maybe that's why people smile more. I don't know. Come on. Was there somebody carrying around a firearm? That's funny. Let's see what else we got. Hey, here's a copper. I think I had a hat like that, to be honest. Not that I was born in the 30s. Steve, did you have a hat like that back in the 30s? Oh, and there's the Epitomus church hat. That would have been my grandmother there. If you've ever seen the what do they call it? The horse race in England that they all dress up like peacocks for. That reminded me of the last one I had seen a video of. But people aren't just apathetic about looking at this person, so it's interesting. Any attention is kind of recognized as attention, not just leave me alone, creep. What else? Anything else you see here that you thought was interesting? I should try to get some old footage from like Chicago or something, and we can see if we can pick mafia guys up off the street. Yeah, I mean, Steve, hopefully someone's describing what the video looks like, because I know your eyesight's gone. But because you're so old. That's just for it. I don't really even want to skip any, but I don't want to run too long either. Um, there's a bunch of colleges or schools here, and you'll see just the people pour out. And actually, I thought they were taking the flag down. Maybe they're like showing it for the camera, showing it going up, because I think it's the end of the school day, so it should be going down. You'll see. Everyone's dressed nice. Yeah, everyone's dressed nice. Everyone's thin. Everyone's kind of normal looking. Imagine that. So it's pretty cool. Man, I just wish people could just kind of be themselves and have a good time. And some, not worrying about looking too fancy or talking too fancy and dressing up, but also not be slobs. You know what I mean? The number of people that come out of the school is like never ending. They just keep coming and coming for like 5 minutes, so I better skip forward. The assortment of hats is interesting too, isn't it? I assume that changed at one point. Here we got 3 different styles of hats. Kind of the fedora style, and then what's this one? Beside the fedora guy, I don't even know what they call those hats. Give me a name. What do you call those hats that? I want to say they're like a golfer's hat or the rounded loose kind of cap with a front. You can't see my cursor, I don't think, so I can't point it to you. And then you got the kind of the corn hats or whatever they're called. See, I don't know anything about hats. Maybe for those of you that do want like a chill stream to listen to sometime, there's always the chill hop, chill jazz. You can look up streams for and just play in the background. Flat cap, that sounds about right, doesn't it? I'm more of a fedora guy, I guess, if I owned one. I guess maybe I'd have a cowboy hat, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. You got 3 hats in one image sometimes. Even some of the mothers are slim. So okay, let's wrap it up with another minute or two in the city. But you can see it's actually a bit of a spectacle with a guy with a camera in the street. Everyone's kind of like, oh, and then they're like, freeze, don't move, or it'll be blurry. But I think the restorations fixed a lot of that, any blur that was there. But this is actually quite a high frame rate camera. It seems, because it doesn't look like there's a bunch of AI interpolation between frames, if you know what I mean. The newsboy hats. Yeah. Anyway, I go on and on when I talk to people about the rural life versus urban life. Oh, here's kind of a cool angle. And just simpler times. Nobody mentioned the makeup, did you? Everybody was looked just normal, like they had normal toned skin and everything. There weren't any big huge beards either. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why. What was the social expectation of bearded people? Anybody know? Applejack hats. Yeah, like it's hard to tell if any of them have makeup on, because even the men look like they have makeup on, but it's just the artifact of the filming process. No sunglasses. True. Well, I guess we could probably figure out the exact date here, if anybody wants to look up that movie, The Great Lie with Bette Davis. Yeah, I guess you didn't need sunglasses much if you had a hat, right? Although she needs a hat. Suspenders. You don't see suspenders very much anymore. With more tighter fitting clothing designs for men. Your pants weren't falling down without suspenders anymore. Oh, here's Chad. Dudley. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's quite the Dudley cop here. But then there's he's got some safari hat on. He's like, all those other guys they've got the Applejack hat. Well, I'm not wearing a fedora. I'm a safari. I'm on safari. Just like he's probably got a British accent or something too. Nice hats. The Benihana. Oh, they're making an arrest. Anyway, it's hope you found that interesting. I think there's obviously some fine looking people of all sizes and shapes in here, but mostly one shape. And hope you get a nice piece of that normal life in your own life. Get out and do some walking, enjoy some scenery outdoors. Just say hi to that stranger walking down the street, and hopefully we can pull some of this civility forward. Oh, there's someone who's camera shy. She's like, I'm a little too heavy. I better hide. And then I'm just waiting for the three rascals, or the little rascals, to show up. Like, this is the era and very much the form of dress and the kind of towns that they were in, right? Well, I think we'll end it there. Anybody got any other questions or comments? Throw it on in. Thanks for sticking it out. How long have we been at? 30 minutes. Shoot, I told you it'd be short, but I did have about a 5-minute wait at the beginning, so... That's my large grandma, Adam says. Oh, hopefully my eyes didn't look closed the whole time. I wasn't looking at my little avatar. Hey, what do you think? I've updated my avatar to have more realistic skin and hair textures, and I added a goatee, and I changed some of the controls. Okay, let me fix this real quick. I changed some of the controls, which I probably shouldn't have done. And there we go. Hopefully my eyes will not be like closing all the time, looking like I'm high, because I'm looking down from the camera at the screen. It picked me up poorly. Well, anyway, thanks. Have a positive night and a positive week. We'll catch you later. Did I say like and subscribe? Yeah. Subscribe. Darn it. Yeah, and if you get a chance to watch a few other videos, just see them all the way through if you can. I got a few shorter ones. The algorithm likes to see that my subscribers watch the whole video, and then they go, oh, other people like them will like it too.